Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back
Yo!
to Lunch Attack. It's good to see
Hello,
you. We're
hello.
glad to have you here on a beautiful, sunny Thursday, right?
Is it Thursday?
In Toronto.
Wow.
Wherever you're at, let us know where you're watching from. Hope the weather is as beautiful there.
I can't believe it's Thursday.
I'll start us off with a prayer. How about that? And then we'll jump right in.
Love it,
Alright?
love it.
Thank you, God, so much for blessing us with today and blessing us with this time to hang out and talk. Pray for our time and conversation and for the food. Thank you for providing it for us and everything else you do. In your son's name, amen.
Amen.
So what do we got today, chef?
We got a pasta, penne pasta with
Look at that.
some Alfredo sauce. We got some sausage. We got some bacon.
Chef Farquad coming in clutch.
Yeah, Chef Farquhar. I gotta take a picture for my
For the gram?
because if you don't take it, it didn't actually happen.
Yeah. After
Also just Snapchat my
yeah.
fiance.
After Shrek 3, Lord Farquaad became a chef.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a faraway land.
He did.
Yeah. And started making some grubs for some jabronis.
Yeah, that's the job you get. So we have this beautiful work of art behind us.
Look at that.
This past Sunday we had a super special experience, I call it, where during sort of our worship time, church, our friend Hannah Stover, who's been on stream before a couple times, came and did this live painting. So it was only
Stovsky.
like 20 minutes. Stovsky produced this, and it was gorgeous and beautiful. And she's been wanting it in the office ever since. And
It should be, I think this office is the most creative part of the church.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it should be here.
Yeah, so it should be
You
here.
want to just hog the creativity?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't wanna spread
Exactly.
it.
Yeah, we don't want to spread it around, We got to keep our mask on. All right, because creativity can spread like wildfire.
That's true.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Creativity 2020. Wear your mask, stay safe, stay home.
Keep it to yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Keep it to yourself and watch us on YouTube. Like, subscribe. Let's go.
Hit that bell.
That was the best promo I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Last week we talked about art, and we just got going about what were we talking about?
A lot. We didn't even got to your question
Yeah.
about community.
We're talking about like art capturing like the human experience, I think.
Yes. Katie's saying, "Hey, nice painting." Yes, we were just talking about that.
Around time, we didn't really have time to finish our conversation about art. But we wanted to, I wanted to keep talking about it because I think it's pretty cool. We
Yeah.
have lots to say. The two you guys are artists. You guys do poetry. Jesse, you do more like spoken word poetry, kind of rap type influences there. Shuli, you started in spoken word. You do a lot more writing now.
Yes, but it's yeah. I think that is an accurate description. Yeah.
How'd you guys feel when you saw this being produced
Hmm.
on Sunday?
Yeah. Good
Yes.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe when like other artists do art,
Well, for me, I don't have the gift of like visual arts, like drawing, sketch, anything like that. Like I can't. I'm the worst drawer I know. So, some people might feel that way about writing or about different things. Like I could never do that. How'd you do that? And that's kind of how I feel about that, right? It's like, I could do a poem, or I could do this, or do all these other things. You might be like, how'd you do that, right? But then I look at this, and it's like, that looks absolutely impossible to me. To have that idea in your head and before it comes out, and to do it so quickly and deliberately and confidently.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy.
Oh, definitely.
Quick shout outs to Chad Pasta, Ursula, Katie, Olivia, and Chad. Thanks for hanging out with us today, guys.
Yes.
We're talking about art.
Yeah.
Ursa says, I enjoy watching the creation process. Creativity is contagious, and there's nothing like watching unique work become born into this world. Interesting.
Yes. Well, I told you. Creativity spreads. That's why we have to keep it in this room. Yeah, we got to make sure all the creative energy is centered in one place. But to answer your question seriously, while I was, watching Hannah kind of create this piece, right? I did feel like I was inspired, and it was super cool to see someone, right, kind of create a piece of art, right? And letting like the artist almost letting the Holy Spirit guide her through that process, right? And like kind of just seeing that process for me was kind of cool and inspiring. So I think that I thought it was great. I thought it was fire.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so
Nice. In terms of, you guys both mentioned like kind of inspiration or things like that. Are there any like artists that you'd say like inspire you or like you look up to, or people that inspire you?
oh boy,
Particularly when it comes to art. I know Shirley's been doing this.
let's go.
What's this thing you've been doing?
All right, so there's like this book, right, that Hannah Stovsky was actually reading. And in this book, there's this part where you kind of explore your creative autobiography by answering I don't know, about like 30, 32 questions, 33. And so you go and you kind of answer these questions, and while you answer them, while I was answering them, I was surprised at how much I kind of dug through, my creative process and how I feel about creativity and art. Yeah, so I have like right now I have like a lot to say about art, creativity, and where my passion lies. I think doing this was actually really helpful for me, especially because I'm such an introspective thinker that getting things down on paper feels great. Yeah, it's a good feeling for me. Yes. What was the question?
So are there people or artists or works of art that particularly inspire you? We talked about how this inspired you guys, right? Like,
Yes.
that was so cool, right? Like it was so interesting and it was unique.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big part of doing art, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Jesse, do you have anyone in mind right now? Or?
Yeah. I think I'm really into music, and I really enjoy when musicians kind of use that platform and go beyond just like your traditional music, where they So I enjoy listening to albums where like the artist has produced everything, so they make the beat, they make the background ambiance, sounds, they do the ad libs in the background or voices that you hear and stuff like that. So it kind of becomes a big, like a complete work of art instead of just song after song after song. And I remember when I was younger thinking Linkin Park did that very well, where they created, like, if you listen to the album from start to finish, you would hear a story kind of happening, or you'd hear a lot of different things that kind of relate into the songs.
Yeah, themes are linked together.
Yeah, a bunch of themes. And two of my favorite artists, one of them is Mac Miller, who passed away. He really did that. He kind of made each song flow into the next one and had almost like a background story happening. And Kid Cudi as well, and Kanye West, actually, with his older stuff, he would do that. He created like a whole, on every album he created a whole background theme. Like in College Dropout,
right.
It was like this guy dropping out of college,
right.
Or like Dark Fantasy, he was just kind of going crazy and stuff like that. And yeah,
that's cool, man.
That's awesome.
Ringer says Stevie Wonder inspired me for sure in music. Brandon Sanderson for written works, and Aikiro Oda for graphic art.
That's awesome. Should look those people up.
Yeah.
Definitely we'll look those people up, especially for the graphic art thing and for written works. Yeah, that is dope. Yeah, I think I have this obsession with people who I think are brilliant, and like who make brilliant work. Yeah, and so I think right now, like, I admire Donald Glover, and like it's weird because it doesn't matter what he's doing. It just becomes this thing that's great, right? Whether it's comedy, whether it's his music, whether it's acting, and like that's I for me that's super cool to see, and and like when you interact with a work that he's done, he's not just like putting something out, right? He's trying to create a conversation, right? A larger conversation in his work, which is super interesting to me. And I think that the way he uses his creativity in his work to initiate conversation is beautiful, and I think it's very inspiring, and I think that's something that I look up to. So I think that's one of the reasons why I think that he is worth kind of following and doing that. So yeah, that's where I get my inspiration from. In some ways, when I feel like I can't think of anything inspiring, I basically drown myself in work that I think are brilliant. Yeah. So like
favorite And then this can be a question for you too. Just
Yeah.
Does it have like a favorite piece from these people? Like, do you have a favorite thing that Donald Glover has made?
Man.
Or, like, do you have a favorite thing that like Kid Cudi or Kanye or
Yeah.
Michael
I like.
Yeah.
or Linkin Park?
The first thing that comes to mind is Kanye. In his album in 2010, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, he made a short film, like a half an hour kind of movie that had all the songs in it related. He made like a production.
Yeah.
And that was kind of bigger than the music, but that was one really, really creative, like written and directed by him.
Wow.
That was really, really like just, it was very cinematic, very pretty and aesthetically beautiful.
Yeah.
I think with Kid Cudi, kind of how he makes each album like its own story, and a lot of it is like its own genre too. So he's really explorative, like has a completely different sound, album to album.
That's
to kind of
awesome.
Get into a character.
Yeah, for sure.
So with his second album, he made up a character for himself, and kind of like a persona. So a lot of the songs he did on that album, he was doing it through this like alter ego that he created, and he kind of held on to. And I thought that was really, really creative. When now it's like there's two people there.
Yeah.
And then there's songs where they're having conversations with each other.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
Himself and his alter ego.
That's amazing.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that's really, really cool. I think I think for me Donald Glover actually made like this short movie called Guava Island. Yeah, which is I think is just, it's great. It's beautiful, and yeah, and
You seen it?
yeah,
Is there Rihanna in it?
yeah. Yeah, and a song like it, like you basically, it's kind of like a mix of like his album. Yeah, so like its soundtrack to the movie is his album, and it's kind of like the story, like a kind of like a movie tie-in to the album. Yeah. So it's really cool. It's dope. I was like, yeah, it's very interesting. I also like, I listen to like Hamilton a lot. Yeah, because I think Lin-Manuel Miranda is like a fantastic writer. Yeah, he also wrote the soundtrack to Moana,
Right.
which is amazing. So,
Is it?
yeah, it is, bro.
I've never seen that movie.
Yeah, Moana's great.
I've only seen 10 minutes of it.
Man, Moana has Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
So does that mean you watched 10 minutes and then you stopped? How does that make you feel?
It means I watched up to How Far I'll Go, which is the song all the kids knew.
Yeah.
Then you
And I was like,
okay. I'm out.
Yeah. Olivia's saying, "OMG, it's the best." Ursuringer says thoughts on group art versus
to
isolation
be
art.
fair, Dwayne The Rock Johnson had not shown up yet.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
That might have changed things. Right?
But
Yeah.
maybe it's something to say, you promised me Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and I haven't seen him yet.
Yeah. Ursuringer saying, "I can't watch Moana in one sitting." And then Olivia's saying, "Shirley, I know I told you this before, but I really like your shirt. Thank you. It really suits you." Yeah. Chad Pasta will go like the crazy fashion live stream from a bit ago. We're at 14 likes currently. Yeah. Yeah, but what are your I guess thoughts on group art versus isolation art?
How do you define? Can you define both for me?
Yeah, I think group art is a work of art that you do as the name implies, in a group, as opposed to isolation, where it's like you really kind of just isolate yourself in your art and just do it on your own, and yeah.
That's so interesting, right? Because Stovsky she just moved up north and took a cabin.
Yeah.
To be by herself and do some art.
Yeah. I think
I don't know if I've ever like would group art be like art that's influenced by like other artists that work or create alone versus art where people collaborate and feed off others.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this too. But Benson, did you finish your thought?
No, I was gonna say that like I think that I don't know if I've ever truly worked in a group when it comes to art. Like, I guess I'll share my ideas, or bring like a prototype or like a beta.
Yeah, and I think that's collaborative.
Beta
Yeah.
to like people, but like usually the conception of the idea or the concept or the skeleton. Because for those who don't know, like I mostly do songwriting.
Yeah.
It's weird because it wasn't until like yesterday or a couple days ago I started like being like, oh yeah, like looking through. It's like I've written a good amount of songs. Like I've written a couple songs. Like I've written a couple, you know, but like I don't really bring that to people until it's like at least 80% done. I'd say.
Yeah.
And then I'm just looking for feedback at that point to kind of sort of finish it
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the concept, like you know, I think as an artist, I'm probably not looking for. If I'm honest, I'm probably not looking for feedback in terms of the content or like the idea because I'm pretty confident in what I want to. What I want to do.
Yeah.
It's more like maybe little technical things or what people think about it. Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. I have this idea that actually art in isolation is a bit more popular today than it was, and that I think collaborative work actually helps artists push themselves and grow. And I think that that has been the case for a long time, especially with writers.
All right. I got my laptop out. I got my notes out.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the lecture. What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think and I think we've talked about this before, but like
Can you just say your thesis again so that we can be on the same page?
yeah, for sure.
You said isolation. Okay, I'll let you state it.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't wanna...
Yeah. Except I've already forgotten what my thesis was, cuz you know. I'm sometimes I think things out loud, but I think that I think it's more popular now today because of like social media and just that big focus on like what did I do? What did I create? You know, this is my post today, right? This is my creation, right? We're all like individually like creating our own content nowadays, right? Yeah, everyone is a content creator nowadays. So but I believe that collaboration is in the heart of actually in creating content and creativity, and you need to be a part of a community in order to excel. In some ways, of course, there's gonna be outliers where people are just like brilliant and they just start making things in isolation, and even if they don't like find that kind of community to drive them forward, they'll be able to come up with amazing things. But I think more often than not, right, like even YouTubers, right, they collaborate all the time, right, especially bigger ones. Yeah, because I do think you need that you do need that like community where it pushes yourself, but also it inspires you to do better. Yeah, so those are my thoughts right now. I think that I've seen that too. I think that being surrounded by other artists inspires me to kind of focus more and figure out where I want to take my art. Yeah. So
Or Stringer says, wow, that sparked a big discussion.
that's a great question. It's a great question.
It wasn't a question. It was, you kind of started on that, which is great.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
Do you have thoughts on this, Jesse?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that it's two completely different worlds, and you get kind of, I feel like with just an individual who maybe, locks themselves in, kind of literally and metaphorically, into their own psyche, you really get an in-depth look into one person.
Yeah.
You get a really, really, really detailed in-depth look, probably, if into one individual, and maybe that individual has different personas or personalities. But yeah, when you have a collaborative work, like I think of one of my favorite groups growing up was Daft Punk.
Yep.
Like they are foundational for me. They were really cool because it's two like white dudes from France, you know what I mean, that like wear masks all the time.
Yeah.
They like you never
Did
They
they
were the
start that
OG
trend?
House. Yeah.
yeah.
They started that trend, right?
Yeah. Especially for so like when you see Deadmau5,
Yeah.
especially in that genre of music,
Yeah.
like, you know where it came from. But and one was very animated,
Mhm.
and one was very like reserved.
That's
And
awesome.
they didn't talk.
Mhm.
They don't speak, right?
Yeah.
And one has like a happy face on, you know, and the other one has more. So you get more versatility in terms of you get, you know, maybe not so much of an in-depth look, but you get the contrast of characters, and then maybe a sound or a thing that's traditional. Oh, this is like a typical this guy art thing. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like he's really into this style or that, and you get to kind of, when you listen to it or when you see it, you get to kind of see like trademark things. If you see a collaborative work, like, oh, this is really like his style, and this is really like her style, you know, and you can see how it kind of comes together.
For sure.
So you really get two completely different elements, but both are just, there's so much to them, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. Did they
It's nice
they
for-
collaborated with a lot of different artists too,
They
right?
did, they did.
Yeah, that's what I remember about them. It's just like,
Didn't they do
Yeah.
one with Kanye?
Yeah, stronger.
Oh, okay.
Well, he sampled Harder, Better, Faster. Stronger.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I was like, they're pretty iconic one with Kanye.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think you're completely right. I think in terms of, it's interesting that when people collaborate,
Yeah.
I think there's two ways of looking at it, right? There's people who are completely different.
Yeah.
So for example, oh man, what was it? Do you remember when? Oh, it's called Old Town Road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The super popular like
Lil Nas
Old-
X.
yeah,
Yeah.
with Lil Nas X. Sometimes you get that, right, where you get a country artist, Billy Ray Cyrus,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Lil Nas, who are like completely different genre,
Yeah.
completely different style.
Just coming in together.
And then you throw
Yeah.
it on the wall, and it's
Yeah.
like this wacky, like, just
Yeah.
you blend it and it somehow works.
Yeah.
But it's two completely different styles coming together
Yeah.
Yeah.
when it comes to collaboration.
Yeah.
But then you also have people who are like of the same mind and
Mm-hmm.
of the same thinking or mindset or approach, and then they come together.
Yeah.
You know, I think of particularly, like I mentioned last time, like the Group of Seven,
Yeah, for sure.
which is this group of painters who, like,
Yeah.
their thing as a group was painting like Canadian landscapes.
Which is really cool.
Yeah, and like they each had their own style.
Yeah.
If you look at their art, they're all different, but there's a unity in that.
Mhm.
Or for example, we also mentioned last time Frankenstein. I studied
Yes.
English in school, and Mary Shelley was part of a group called the Romantics with William Wordsworth, William Blake, all these people, and they had a particular mindset and worldview that they wanted to sort of share with the world.
Yeah.
Right. I know we joked about it like being like all dark and stuff, but there's things about it that that they're trying to say about the world.
Yeah.
And once again, they're all unique in what they did, but as a group, as they collaborated and like did things like that, like they're unified in their sort of message.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
Yeah.
Have you guys been? I get Earthstriker says, I'd say I'm about 80% isolation and 20% collaborative. Y'all know I have my music production hobby. I enjoy creating and sharing with others, but nothing's worse than a backseat audience.
That's funny. Yeah. Here's a bigger question. All right. If our creative work, right, is influenced by the things we consume and experience in our daily lives, are we not just collaborating with the world?
All the time.
I don't know if I would say that we're. I mean, I think that sparks a bigger discussion. How do you define collaboration, right?
Uh-huh.
Because influence collaboration.
Yeah,
Right.
I think so. Because you
like,
you
can
are
you-
taking a piece of like you are taking a piece of something and like transforming it into you like something else, right? Because like I guess it's not even. It's not.
then you can never not be in collaboration.
No.
Based off your definition.
Yeah. Well, like, cause like, are we using collaboration in the terms of like an actual collaboration where two artists work on something together, or are we using collaboration as in like being in community and like,
I would
you
say
know?
it's- I would
because
say,
we've talked about two different things in terms of like
I would
all our
say it's-
discussions.
I would say it's about, for me, it would be about intentionally working together.
Mm-hmm.
Or intentionally impacting one another.
Mm-hmm.
And being, like, for me, there's a agreement between two sides that's like, yes, let's work together. Let's do this together.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I view collaboration, but I'm open to hearing what you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But for example, inspiration, like let's say Kanye inspires Jesse. I don't think that Jesse's collaborating with Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no relationship, there's no, agreement that they're gonna
Yeah.
work together.
Yeah, I can see that.
Right.
Yeah.
Erstringer says all art requires inspiration. I always imagine a collaboration is a group of people with the same goal.
Yeah.
Chad Pass is asking about our favorite foods. Maybe we'll do that next week. We're talking about art this week because it's fascinating. Hope you like it.
Favorite amuse, appetizer, main, and dessert. What's amuse?
I don't know.
Is that like a thing before an appetizer?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that I think that's where like influence and I think we can be shaped, of course, by our world and what we consume.
Yeah.
Right, shaped, influenced, inspired. Right. It's funny. Katie and I were talking about how. So there's this study that they've done where out right after World War II, if you look at certain writings, right,
Mm-hmm.
like people who produce art, they were directly responding to the tragedy, like the tragic and the horrific events of World War II.
Yeah.
So there's so like dystopian just like kind of took off, right?
Yeah.
Because of like what had happened in the world. And I was talking to Katie, my fiance, about how, because she's a doctor in sociology, about how I wonder how like COVID, right, this crazy time will affect art and what people produce
Mm-hmm.
in light of it, right? Whether it be in light of the isolation that they feel, whether it be in light of sort of, the world shutting down and stopping or things like that, right? So,
Yeah.
all that to say, I think it's really interesting. But I think that things like events, even, right, do impact us and
Yeah.
influence us and inform our art.
Yeah. Do you think there might like be a trend of like pandemic movies or something like that, or like in pop culture?
I think possibly. Why I got
Probably.
thinking was because I got really nerdy and developed. Well, and you guys were there for it. I developed like this, like zombie survival
Yeah.
tabletop RPGs. But I was like, oh man, am I doing this because the world's going to poo?
The influence.
Probably.
The influence is right
I'm
there.
probably just in that mindset of pandemic.
Yeah. You know what it is, bro? It's you're excited for The Last of Us 2. Let's be real here. You're excited for The Last of
I
Us 2,
wasn't because it was indefinitely delayed.
bro. It wasn't indefinitely delayed. It was indefinitely not being shown.
Versus like Benson with that statement, you can take another ball.
Yeah, like I could see it being more of a thing, but I mean, because you have to be respectful of the situation too. Like you don't want to be insensitive
Yeah.
to what's going on. But you think of movies like I Am Legend,
Mhm.
kind of started with a virus and then whatever, you know what I mean, or Quarantine, you know what I mean, movies like that,
Yeah.
where
Quarantine?
where it's like
Quarantine's great.
it's like just like a
It's dark.
mutated virus. But because I remember thinking during this, I was like, the show Black Mirror. If you don't know what Black Mirror is, it's like a sci-fi show, and they made it's kind of like a social commentary. And
Yeah.
They kind of make like episodes kind of based off of things about humanity, and I thought,
Yeah, like almost too real.
yeah.
It's like,
And I thought they could probably make a really popular pandemic episode right now, or they could make an episode about, how things are right now. But
Mm-hmm.
I read something that the creator of Black Mirror said like, I don't want to release an episode right now because the world is already living it.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I think because they're living it, like, it might make it too.
Yeah, it's too real.
Yeah.
It's too
real.
close to home.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be too raw. It'll be too much for people, and I think there is some wisdom in that, right? Yeah, in him saying that. That's really cool to hear. I think I did read that somewhere too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, that's cool.
But you never know at some point.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, bring it back to the art thing. I think it's cool. Like Black Mirror is such a cool, like in terms of movies and media. It's kind of like what Sheila was talking about with Donald Glover. How like
Who?
Donald Glover.
Who's that?
What?
Who?
What? What are you talking about? Just show me.
Yeah.
no.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Anyways, Donald Glover.
You
You were so confused. You were so confused. You're like, what?
So terrible.
Did you think you said the wrong name for a sec?
Yeah. That's terrible.
Ah, we did it.
Um,
We didn't even plan that. That was impromptu right there.
How, if you watch Black Mirror, it's entertaining, but it's so much more than entertaining because just about every episode is such a social critique,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
right? And such a hey, if we don't watch out, this is where we're gonna end up, or this is where things
pretty much, yeah.
can go if we take it to the extreme, right? And it's actually saying something about certain things.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite episodes is one where there's the ranking system.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it's called, but that's one of my favorite episodes because it's such a great critique of social media and being liked on the internet and how that's not real life. It's so good.
Yeah.
Mm.
Everyone gets ranked out of 5.
Yeah.
And 5s are top of the food chain.
But it's you wouldn't be able to eat at a particular restaurant if you weren't higher than a 4.
Yeah.
Or you'd get fired from your company if you drop below a 3.
Yeah, yeah. So how you behaved in public, how you looked, how you dressed, everything was really important. You know that the show Community did an episode like that before
No, I
Black
didn't.
Mirror did?
Yo,
Yeah.
Community's so good, man.
Yeah. Community did a show but it was called Meow Meow Beans.
Meow Meow
It's
Beans?
5 cats. It's your ranking system.
That's hilarious.
That's great. Community's so good. They have do you guys remember the D&D episode of Community? Yeah.
Do you?
A little bit.
It's classic.
It's so good. It's
To be honest,
such
I
a
don't
great.
know if I have sat down and watched it that much.
You
But
have to.
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe I will.
Yeah. If you're gonna watch one D&D
I think the
episode
problem
of
is,
Community,
I don't know if I want to be disappointed. I'm worried about being
No,
disappointed.
you
though,
won't
bro.
be.
you won't be, dude.
You won't be. Not with that
That's
episode. That's one of their best sounds.
Yeah, that's the I mean, you shouldn't really be watching this unless you're over 18. But there's an episode in South Park
Yeah.
that's about
D&D?
World of Warcraft.
Oh
And I
yeah.
was so into World of
yeah,
Warcraft.
yeah.
It was so funny, dude.
Trust me.
It's such
This is better than
so
that.
funny.
Yeah, no, this is
No way,
yeah.
dude. There's no way.
Ursa Ringer saying I've never seen Community.
Wow.
Ursa Ringer, you should watch Community.
Do yourself a favor.
Yeah, if you, I think it's season 4, episode 6.
Wow.
But
There's no way
That's
can you
that's
imagine that?
man. Can you imagine? I like wait.
it's definitely not,
D&D.
dude. It's in season 1 or 2.
Episode.
It's earlier on.
No, I don't. I think it's later on.
Wait,
It's season 2 or
wait.
3.
I would have seen it if it was season one or
Season 2 or 3.
Season 2, episode 14.
Yeah.
Gosh,
Back to our discussion.
I was so
part,
off.
because we're getting off track,
I was so off.
which is fun. But
What are you communities art?
do you do art more in isolation or in community? If we're talking about media, or collaboration,
Mhm.
because that's what we were originally talking about in terms of definitions, right?
Yeah.
Well,
And would you like to do more isolation art or more collaboration art? What would it look like, etc.? Tell me more. Tell me more. Ursula says the Boondocks was my jam. Episode where MLK Jr. wasn't dead, but woke up as from a coma really made me start thinking.
Ooh.
I've heard Boondocks is actually like
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, it has
Yeah.
some lessons in it.
I think I think that I would say more isolation because of our definition of collaboration.
Sure.
Yeah. But more isolation.
Do you
But
want-
I've always done art in community.
What do you mean by that?
Like
that's such a big.
that
Like,
they're
I
like
love to
being
hear more.
surrounded by other artists and almost like feeding off their creative energy.
So does social media count as doing art in community?
No,
Why not?
because you're not really engaging with those artists. Yeah, but there's no like agreement of like, oh, we'll work on this together. It's mostly like, we're part of each other's lives.
Okay.
Like, but that's the thing, right? It's like, at that point, like, is it collaboration? Like in our definition, not really, but
Yeah.
but it does influence like my art.
So being in community with other artists
Yeah,
influences your art.
yeah.
Cool. What about you? Do you have thoughts on this?
Well, the two main things that I do right now are like writing and music. And the music I do as a part of a band.
Sure. Yeah.
So that's collaborative and it's kind of dependent on the other people.
Yeah.
And that has its own kind of good things about it too, because then you become closer with the people outside of the art, and then playing with people more and more, you get tighter as musicians, and you flow better and you play together better just the more you do it. So that's like in the terms of working in a community, the benefit of becoming a community and becoming closer is always awesome. Like that's always fun. Regardless of what kind of project you're doing, is that you do get to come closer with people.
Yeah.
And you do get to learn people and take things from them and share things with them. And then when I'm doing writing, it's mostly by myself. And that's how I prefer it. That's how I feel like I can get in the zone and I'm the most fearless.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I almost always create in isolation, but I must admit, when I helped and participated in Shuli's open mic stream, that was the most fun I'd ever had sharing my music and creative process. That's awesome, dude. That's great. That's good to hear. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, I think I think there is something in like community. Yeah, but I think that being able to work on your art in isolation is really good at kind of defining your art and your work, as an individual. So, and what makes it like unique,
Yeah, I think there's something to developing your own voice, probably, right, or your own style in isolation.
Yeah.
Because I think about how, unless you're a genius, you probably learned your art from somewhere, or you were sort of inspired, by a group, or you imitated in the beginning. So community is probably really great for that, right? But
Yeah.
if you never sort of do your own thing,
Yeah.
you also can never necessarily find your own voice in that sort of communal pool.
Yeah. Community, guys, should watch it.
Yeah. Moral of the story.
Yeah.
You take
Community
one
is
thing-
great.
Or we try to get Stovsky to watch it. What is Stovsky? Who's
Yeah.
never seen it?
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. Let's go. I should try that. I tried to put together a songwriter group, but
You tried to put a song what? Sorry?
I tried to put together like a songwriter group, but
Uh-huh.
people didn't want to.
People flicked out? It's okay.
I'm like that kid on the playground.
Uh-huh.
Nobody wants to play with.
Oh no. Drama queen. Lord Farquaad. Yeah, there we go. Whenever Benson starts. Yeah. Perfect.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah.
Lord Farquaad hair.
Yeah. It's great. That's why he's wearing a hat today.
The hair looks good, man.
No,
Yeah.
I shaved it. Dude. I cut it, man.
What do you think about his homemade haircut? People at home.
Yeah. It's great.
I think it looks good. Without the hat yesterday.
Yeah, I thought it looked great.
Yeah.
It's
He
great.
looked like Lord Farquaad from Shrek 1.
Yeah.
Without the hat on yesterday. But now you got it slicked back. You look fresh.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
need a hair. I want a haircut. I can't wait, man.
I need a haircut too. My hair is like, man,
It's a work of art.
it is way too long. Yep.
Are you gonna cut it, or are you just gonna keep it growing now that it's long?
I might keep it growing now as longer
You
for
should do it. Just
for as
grow
long as
it.
possible, and
Just
then
bond it
yeah,
out, dude.
yeah, we'll
Same
see.
with you, man.
'Cause-
same with Farquad. Just bond it back.
This is the longest my hair has been,
Can't
like
Ever?
ever.
Really?
Yeah,
It's
ever.
longer than that.
Like, yeah, like I can actually
Yeah.
like tie it back, like it's crazy.
That's jokes, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're gonna look like an African American mountain man.
Mm.
That's hilarious.
I really can't wait to get my haircut, but I'm not gonna like line up. Like if there's
No,
no
yeah,
lines,
definitely.
I still have to wait.
Katie's finally caught on.
Oh no!
She got it.
She finally got it.
She now knows.
She googled it.
Katie saying it looks great. Dot 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 dot. That's a lot. That's a lot of dots right there.
If there's one type of art that
Mm-hmm.
you wish you could get into, kind of work on, like get pretty proficient in, what would it be that you don't already do?
Like like an art form.
Yeah. Like a medium or a skill.
Huh. Ooh.
I've like tried out a lot of different stuff. Like I used to do some photography, did a bunch of music stuff, writing, songwriting. Like I said before, like I never had the touch. Like
Yeah,
the
but let's
drawer's
say
touch.
you could,
Yeah,
let's
that
say you
would
could.
probably be that. Like drawing.
Drawing.
I
Wow.
can see drawing. Yeah. Maybe more into photography, which I was doing for a while, and I thought it was a lot of
Yeah.
fun. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's never too late to start, right?
Yeah, that's true. Never too late to start. Never too late to pick up a pen. Never too late to pick up a camera. Never too late to pick up yourself.
yeah.
What
Um,
would you do you have a?
Yeah, I think I really want to learn how to do improv. The art of improv. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that's that's something that's always fascinated me because it requires quick thinking.
Yeah.
You have to be quick-witted, right? And you have to have like a response at all times, right? And you can't say no.
Can
You just have to
pretend be
go.
Troy from Community right now.
No, I can't. See? I just said no.
See?
Yeah, I'm horrible. Yeah.
Go back to school, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Go back to
Exactly.
air conditioning repair school.
Hey, Abed. I think for me, something I think for some reason recently, like digital art has really caught my eye. Particularly, like when people create digital art,
Yeah.
it's really cool. I think like the things you can do with like the computer that like you can't just do with your hand or whatnot is really really fascinating to me. Yeah, I don't know. I'll give it a try sometime. This ringer says, I did a little bit of everything with art. I did tons of origami in my teen years. I want to improve my music and narrative writing skills for the TRPG I'm making.
Sweet.
Or you should talk to me about it. Talk to me about the TRPG you're making.
What's TRPG? What's the T stand for?
Usually it's 2 T's, but it's tabletop role playing game.
Oh, okay. You know all about that.
Yeah.
I know a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, there's only one T because it's the top role-playing game.
Yeah.
It's no longer in the
Unless it's
table.
referring to something else.
You're the Asian dungeon master.
I know a little bit, but
We have the Asian dungeon master in the house,
DM
bro.
in the house.
The Asian DM. The one, the only.
It's a celebrity.
From the Brooklyn Nets. Number 7.
spell the Jeremy Lin shirt. You know what? If I'm wearing the shirt, you know what has to happen today, right?
I know. We have to, man. 21 stream
21.
coming soon.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Ursa says, Benson, I could use your help. Oh, I'd love to talk to you about it. Yeah, man, for sure.
He's the Asian DM.
Hit me
Yeah.
up on my socials.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Like, find me
At
on
Asian Dungeon Master on Instagram.
Julie's Discord.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're my Discord.
I'm on your Discord.
Awkward.
Hit me up. There's a lot that goes into
Yeah, what's your Discord? On Discord, bro. Is it Halfish?
It's either it might be Halfish.
Is it Halfish, bro?
Halfish. Halfish.
Selfish one.
Oh, is it Halfish? I always thought it was Halfish, bro.
No, you didn't.
I thought it was it's Halfish.
It's Halfish, bro.
The real question is
Wait, why did you name
Is
yourself
making-
Halfish?
marbles maps.
Art? 100%.
Oh, Hundo P, bro.
100%.
Hundo P. That is a skill that Jesse already possesses.
Oh,
Have you tried making
Truly
a map yet?
seen the light, man. I don't know how. I think you
Yeah.
need to buy it or
Dude, then you're
you-
behind. You're behind.
Yeah. Or Saringer, you should join us for our marble streams.
I haven't.
We do marbles on stream sometimes.
Yeah, Wednesday.
It's a lot of fun.
That was fun yesterday. There was a funny
Is
moment.
that gonna be every Wednesday
where
now, dude?
we finished and we're like, "Where's Benson?" And we look back and your marble's like stuck.
Yeah,
It was,
yeah, it was just stuck in
cuts
the
back and it's like stuck.
It's
My favorite
so
is the
funny.
one where you guys activated boost.
Oh, dude. And then everyone was just like,
Yeah. And then Thrylos made it to the end and then
Yeah.
shot out.
oh my gosh.
See, it's a
Because
great
everyone
game.
died.
Yeah.
Except
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah,
Where I was just like,
You just.
yeah. Just
I'm not
slowly
boosting.
rolling.
Did you boost at all?
I think I tried to. I
Yeah.
might have mistyped it. I don't know.
That's
Or
Your
might have
mistype
boosted when
won
it
you
was
the
like-
game.
I might have boosted when I like couldn't,
Mm.
I couldn't fly out or something.
Yeah.
I'm honestly, man. I'm gonna start making some maps. I'm gonna start making some maps and we could all play. I'm gonna figure out how.
Wow.
I used to play Roller Coaster Tycoon, which
Oh, bro.
is
Did you ever used to just grab the people and like
yeah, put them in a
put
little
them in
hole
or in the water?
and they can't move. Yeah.
And they're,
Oh
like,
my
drowning,
gosh.
like, save them.
It's like you did that in The Sims, where you
Yeah.
put them in the swimming pool and then you take out the
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 water.
ladder. You take out you take out the ladder, and they don't know how to like get out
Yeah.
Terrible.
of the pool. Yeah, it's like why can you not get out? Like
They need to really make it like a much better like they need to use the Unreal 4 engine to make a new roller coaster type.
They do,
Mm.
man. That game was so
You
much.
know what
Yeah.
they need to do? They need to make it so there's like builder mode.
a
and
go
then-
what?
Like a builder mode.
Oh
Right?
yeah, building
And
one.
then
Person
a
mode.
first person,
Yeah.
like you can walk around.
Like
your
how
computer.
City Skylines did that.
Oh man, that would
Yeah.
be so dope if you can ride your own rides.
Bro, I think
That would be.
I think that is the future. I think they might be working on that.
Well, they did that in the older ones.
Mhm.
They did, but not like as good as they could.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that game was fun, man, and that's an art too. That's an unappreciated art. Creating roller coasters.
Yeah, they should do that, but have VR integration.
That'd be
Now
cool.
that would
Still have my
be
CD-ROM copy.
crazy.
Did you get it in a cereal box? A box of like
Oh.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and it came with like Roller Coaster Tycoon in it.
No, I didn't. But Ursa's
That's how
saying
I did.
he still has.
Did you get it from a cereal box?
But that sounds familiar.
Yeah. Used to come in the cereal
I
box.
don't know if I actually had the game. I think like my cousin did,
Mm.
so I didn't get to play very much. I didn't have many games growing up.
Mm.
The only thing I lived on was I figured out how to download like it's like VGA or something. Not VGA. It's like Game Boy Advance,
Oh yeah.
but on the
GBA.
computer. GBA.
Emulator. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I played.
Yeah.
Oh, me too. Pokemon.
I played it so much. Like Pokemon.
My problem with those things.
Fire Emblem.
Yeah. Minish Cap.
Yu-Gi-Oh. Monster Rancher.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. I used to play all those.
Yeah, my problem with emulators is that you're able to get so many games, and then you're just like, oh, why am I playing this? I could be playing another game. I never play anything.
That was a long one.
Yeah, never play anything.
This was a gift from my parents on one of my birthdays when I was young. Dude, that's a great gift.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna watch some highlights today. Roller Coaster Tycoon.
You're not gonna watch for marbles.
Wow, you're not gonna watch marbles on stream highlights?
I am. That's for later. Well, I'm gonna make my maps today. I'm gonna make some maps.
Dude, can you just figure out how to get the skins?
Yeah.
I want to get a skin.
Oh, you know what it
That's
is,
what
bro?
I know how.
No, you know how? You gotta pay the
You
monies.
gotta pay this.
We need the
Oh,
munsies,
is that what
bro.
Joshua,
Yeah.
Yeah.
is that how he had his?
Yeah.
crazy purple
Yeah.
thing?
And you need to buy like skin slots so that you can have multiple
Wait, you
skins.
have to buy skin slots.
Yeah.
And then buy the skin.
Yeah. So I'm like, well, I don't have, I don't have the money for this, bro. Do you have funding for the stream that we can use towards marbles on stream, bro?
Maybe. Why don't you use your Twitch Prime subs?
because I don't have enough, like, bro, Twitch Prime
Bro,
subs.
I'm still
Bro,
subscribed.
Twitch Prime subs, I only get like half that, 250 per sub.
Yeah, but you have how many Twitch Prime subs you have?
Bro.
You have at least one.
It takes dedication
How much stuff do you
and
right now?
devotion
Alright, bro.
to become a master at marbles.
Yeah.
It takes money, dedication, devotion. You don't just
Takes
walk on there and start
money.
rolling and become a champion.
No.
You need to put the work in, dude. You're not willing to put the work in. You think you just come in, buy a skin.
Resubscribe. Bro, I'm giving you the Twitch Prime right now. Twitch Prime, boom, resubscribed.
Word.
So I'm on.
The
That's
Prime
why.
sub.
That's why.
Yeah. Speaking of subs, you should subscribe to this channel and then head on over to twitch.tv/Shuli and sub there too.
Drop a like.
Yeah, and then go to Instagram, follow at Asian Dungeon Master. Yeah, and then go to Agincourt and leave something at Jesse's house.
Go to For the Love of Hoops.
Yeah, for the love of hoops.
Hey, you too.
Yeah.
Ursa says these discussions are so fun.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah.
fun hanging out, guys.
Thanks for being a part of it, man.
Mm-hmm.
At the end here.
Yeah, you
Great.
have given us so much to chew on
Yeah.
today, which was
I
great.
love talking about art.
Yeah.
We're gonna try and put this up here somehow.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So what's going on tomorrow, man? When's our next
Tomorrow is, I think it will be our final
The final
episode.
of scenarios.
I was gonna say encounter series, scenario series.
stream? Really?
The group had just entered this portal.
This blue portal.
Left them on this cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
They had no idea
Oh,
where they're
no.
gonna end up.
Is Jason Kidd gonna be back?
Maybe. Katie says, "My sword." I saw that. I'll be back. I think Jason Kidd will be back. You got the
Hopefully.
NBA working.
I had to make sure the NBA got back together.
Yeah,
Now that they're back, I'm ready to get my crown.
that's great. Yeah, there'll be new exciting challenges.
Yeah.
It'll be
Yeah,
hilarious.
make sure to not put Sudoku, because someone doesn't know how to play Sudoku.
Yeah, Jesse.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
man. I'm a speedster. I'm a speedster.
No, you're just a wrongster.
Or wrong.
Just wrong.
Yeah. It's never gonna work. But none of the numbers,
It was legal.
Katie, I'm
It
sorry.
was legal.
It was legal.
Katie's
It
still
wasn't
angry about
actually.
that.
It technically was legal.
No.
It
No,
was.
no, it wasn't.
It was legal.
It was
It's
legal in the sense that being wrong in Sudoku doesn't get you to jail.
Yeah, like it's the same thing as I'm playing chess. I move my pawn over here.
Mhm.
Is the pawn gonna stay there so I win the game? No, but it's still legal to put the pawn there.
Katie's
It
like,
was legal like murder is legal.
guys, thanks so much for hanging on the stream. We don't want to get emotions or too high.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys tomorrow at 7 if you're hanging with us for that scenario stream. There's gonna be some really exciting things planned. It's our final one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna plan some really exciting things. I just had a thought come to my mind about something to do with Jello.
All right.
Word.
Sounds
So
awesome.
we'll see. We'll see you guys. Have a great day.
Thanks
We
so
love
much.
you.
Bye.
Bye. Jason Kidd is a cheater.